Alright. I hate these people. I hate them so much for all this shit that they put me through. Oh! I went right off the road. Did you see that? Yay! Oh my god. I hope my car's okay. I hit a pole. Hey guys, so I don't know if you keep up with me on Twitter or on my personal Facebook, but if you do, you would know that I have some type of incident that's been going on around my home during the middle of the night, which I feel like to anybody, that's one of the biggest fears that they might have, having their own house or whatnot, like a fear of somebody breaking into your home or being on your personal property in the night. Like, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes me and my friend, we both separately go out at nighttime in the night. So when we come home to go into our driveway, we don't want to have to worry about someone being out there with us because that's crazy scary, you know? So I'll fill you in on this situation really quick. So I feel like my home has been being watched. I feel like people are lurking around outside in the middle of the night. I don't know what they're looking for, who they are, what the situation is. It has been happening for the past maybe 2 months, almost 3 months, and my bedroom window is facing the front of the house. So whenever this car would go by in the middle of the night, their lights would wake me up because I leave my blinds open during the night because I'm weird and I like the moon shining in my room, you feel me? But I never felt the need to have to close my blinds at night, like, so for whatever reason they kept driving by, and when they drove by in the middle of the night, they would wake me up because of their lights or them just stopping right outside at the end of my driveway. So this car would drive by probably in the middle of the night. I live on a dead-end road. So when they came down my road, they would come all the way down to the dead-end road. So you could see their lights flashing on the trees when they're on their way back up. So I'm like, why are you going down a dead-end street just to turn around and come back up in the middle of the night? Like, it just didn't make any sense. So that's why I kept watching. So I would, when I see the car go down, and I would look outside to see if the trees were lighting up with like flickers of light, meaning that the car was on its way back up the dead-end road. So then I would get up out of bed and look out my window, and almost every time I did that, literally almost every time, they would stop at my mailbox. They would stop at the end of my driveway and then pull away. I filmed them once doing it, and I sent it to my friend that I live with, and I was like, look, like, this person is literally stopping at our driveway and then pulling off at like absurd times in the middle of the night, like 2 or 3 in the morning, and driving away. So it kept happening and happening, and I would catch them and catch them. I probably caught them literally 10 times. And this week I caught them 3 times in a row. The other day I caught them at 2:30, then I caught them at 3, and then my friend and I caught them at 1 o'clock in the morning doing this. And so it's kind of like, what the hell is going on? Like, why are you doing this? So the fact that they're coming every night now is kind of scary. And I guess not too long ago, about like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, my friend's father actually saw them stop at the end of the road and get out of their car and start walking down the driveway until our dog started barking, and then they went back up to their car. So he called the cops, and the cops said they can't do anything for us. So I took it upon myself, after seeing them the past 3 nights in a row, to do something myself. So I went outside to my car, 11 o'clock in the morning, or 11 o'clock at night, sat in my car all bundled up. And mind you, I live in New York. The weather here has been really, really cold. It was literally 3 degrees outside when I was outside in my car. And I wasn't going to keep my car on and waste gas or like just use the heat. So I was bundled up. I had my cappuccino. I was all set for this. I had my camera. I wanted to take down their license plate. I wanted to scare them off. I don't care who you are. Like, this is my home. This is where me and my family lives. Like, we don't need you doing this and scaring us in the middle of the night, feeling like you're gonna rob us. So I sat in my car. I knew they would come around between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning. My curfew was 3 a.m. If they didn't show up by 3 a.m., I was inside. I couldn't take it. So I went out there at 11 o'clock. I was so cold. So cold. It was so cold out there. And I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I doing this? And then I'm like, oh wait, I have to do this because the cops won't do anything about it. So I was like, the more I stayed out there in the middle of the night, freezing cold, the more it fueled my fire and the more it got me really pissed off. So I was like, when you guys come, motherfuckers, I'm gonna scare the shit out of you because you're not gonna know that I'm sitting in my car waiting for you to stop at the end of my driveway so I can turn my headlights on, shine it on your car, get to see who's driving it, what kind of car you have, and then I would pull out behind you and follow you and watch the tables turn. You feel me? So a few cars came by in the middle of the night. It wasn't them. So here it is, literally 2:58 a.m. and I'm like, alright, I'm warm now because I ended up turning my car on to get some heat because I was dying. Literally 3 a.m. almost, 2 minutes to 3 a.m. and here comes this car. And I'm like, oh my god, I hope it's them. This car comes from the other end of my street. It doesn't come from a road that leads up from a certain road or another road. They literally are on the other side of the dead end road. Not my dead end, but the other one on the other side. So I'm like, well, I didn't see this car go there or there, so they obviously live on the other side of my road. They come down, they whip it past my house, and I'm in my car, so I take the seat and I like sit all the way back so they can't see me. They come back down, and then the lights start flickering. So I grab my iPhone, I'm videotaping this happening, which I will insert the clips in this video. You're welcome. They stop at the end of my driveway. I turn my car on, turn my headlights on, get their car, whip it right behind them, drive to the end of the road where they're going, literally right behind them. They pull over to the side of the road and he's fidgeting with somebody's mailbox. And I don't know if he did this to make me feel like he was doing it to everybody or if he did this because he actually works doing something like that. I have no idea. So I turned my iPhone off. I wasn't going to videotape because I had to write the license plate down on my phone. I looked at their license plate and I took a glance. I didn't stop. I like literally took a glance at their license plate and memorized the whole thing inside my head. And it's weird how that happens because I'm stupid. I can't remember anything. But the fact that I remembered that license plate number like that right in my head, I still remember it right now and I can repeat it, but I'm not going to, but I can really remember it. It's weird how that like just burned a thing in my head, you know? So I wrote it down on my phone and then I videotaped again. As I'm videotaping, I'm not paying attention to the road. I literally go off the road, hit a pole, and when I say pole, it's not like a telephone pole. It's like a metal rod in the ground that's probably like 5 feet, 6 feet tall. I hit it, break it in half, and I swerved back onto the road, and it's all snowy, so that was really scary and dangerous, and I caught that on tape as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to call the police department and see what their options are for me. They're transferring me to the voicemail of one of my favorite officers that live around here. She helps me out almost every time I get into trouble. Hello? Is any way I could be transferred to Officer Sutton's voicemail? No, that's fine. Really didn't want to have to say her name. She's phenomenal, and she's gonna tell me my options because she's amazing. I should have called her last night and she would have patrolled with me, so I wasn't alone. I feel like I watched too much Pretty Little Liars, and it really scared me, being alone. Hello? I don't have all day. Literally I do, but whatever. They don't need to know that. Hello? Hello? Oh, hello? Holly, if you're watching this, I'm totally wearing your t-shirt right now because I think it's bright and pretty. That's not who I asked for. Alright, whatever. So, I might as well, since I'm talking about creepy situations, there's another situation that happened to me at my job. I work at a retail store that I am in love with. And this gentleman, I work at customer service because I'm phenomenal. This person came up to me while I was at the register helping him, and he's holding his iPhone like this. I feel like when, see how my iPhone's broken, by the way? I totally dropped it. He was holding his iPhone like this, literally the way I'm holding it. Not like this, not like in front of him, literally like this, right in front of his face. And he's holding it, asking me these weird questions. Like, if I was a drag queen, what I like to do for fun, like, if I was upset that this gay club around our area closed down, what I was gonna do for a living. Weird questions. Remaining to hold his phone like this. So, when I finished helping him out and not answering any of his questions, because that's my job and I'm not, you don't need to know anything about my personal life while I'm working, he put his phone down. And when he put his phone down, when I was to give him his receipt, this is what I saw. If you have an iPhone, this is what a video clip looks like. It has the little play button right there, and you can see what was filmed behind the video clip, okay? So, what happened was, I saw me dressed up in my, like, outfit that I was wearing, and I saw the little play button. So, the fact that I saw the play button and me means he filmed me. I don't know if you've ever been filmed before, but it's not really nice feeling. This guy has a video of me working, asking me these weird questions. I have no idea who he was, but for some reason, I'm such an outspoken person, but I think it was because I was working that I didn't stand up for myself and be like, can you delete that? Or like, what is that? I called management up and my earpiece that I had, because we wear earpieces. By the time they got up there, he left. And I was explaining that I was just filmed, and it really made me uncomfortable. And I ended up seeing him about 2 days ago when I worked. He came in with a friend, and the manager knew that he was there, so she stood by me, and we're like best friends. My managers and I are really close, to the point where if I did say something, I wouldn't have gotten into trouble. But I don't know why I didn't say anything. It was really weird, but the last time he came in, I avoided eye contact with him. I didn't look at him at all. I refused to look at him. And when he was leaving, we have glass walls. So when he was leaving, he looked at me, I guess, because the manager made eye contact with him, and he went to turn around to come back in, and she made eye contact with him and went like this to him. So he didn't. But like, what the fuck? Why is this stuff happening? Because like, it's so creepy. It's literally creepy, you know? I might as well show you this video. I fell asleep on my best friend's bed, and she decided to film me because I was sleeping.
This loser hated my presence, so he fell asleep. I hate him for falling asleep for a whole half an hour and almost missing JWoww and Snooki. Now he's gonna pretend like he wasn't sleeping, but he'd been sleeping for a whole fucking half an hour.
This is what I go through. Alright. Here they come. Back up the road. So happy. There they go, stopping. Here's my turn. Here you go, fucker. Come on, fucker. Alright. I hate these people. I hate them so much for all this shit that they put me through. Oh! I went right off the road. Did you see that? Yay! Oh my god. I hope my car's okay. I hit a pole. Well, I don't see them. I kind of lost track of them since the fact that I literally just got into an accident. Let me go back to see what happened. What kind of damage did I cause? This is where I just went right off the road. Can you see? And I broke this pole right in half. Oh my god. I can't believe that happened. Oh lord. I should probably stop driving before I run out of gas now or get into another car accident.